What's up, Fallible Nation? Welcome to Fallible Nation Live. Man, it is a great Monday. I am so excited for tonight's show, and I hope you are too. I love hanging out with you guys on Monday nights. I really do. Like, I have a lot of fun because I get to interact with you guys, and I got so much more to tell you about that coming shortly. But guys, on tonight's show, we're going to get into 7 proven tips to get back onto track, really. Right? It's been a while, but maybe let me take a step back. I get too excited. I get ahead of myself. So, let me ask you, are you feeling a little discouraged about your progress towards your personal goals this year? I know we've come, like, it's March, like spring is here, right? New Year's was a little while ago, and maybe you haven't quite stayed as focused as you planned for 2023. I know, trust me, this is looking back at me, right? Maybe 2023 just is playing out differently than you expected, or maybe life just got in the way, because that happens a lot, right? Well, don't give up just yet, right? It's March, okay? We're only into the 3rd month. That's not a lot. So don't give up. As we enter this season of growth and renewal, right? It's spring. It's the beginning of spring. I got to take my motorcycles out. Super excited about that. It's a perfect time to kind of refocus back on those goals we set at the beginning of the year, right? To take that step back and go, ooh, yeah, maybe I can adjust this, right? Don't give up. They're not gone. They were barely started in 2023. So it's time, with the season of renewal, with spring right here, right? Let's get back on track together, because it's so easy to get sidetracked. I know there's a lot fighting for your attention. You got jobs, you got family, you got friends, you got hobbies. We have, trying to stay healthy, right? There's all kinds of things out there, and all of it wants your attention, and it's just easy to get sidetracked. It is for me. I'm betting it is for you. So, join us tonight as we talk about 7 powerful tips to help you achieve your goals, make this spring a season of progress and transformation, and get back on track with the goals you started earlier this year, guys. It's going to be good. Let's dive into it. Now, guys, no matter what platform you're on, whether you're on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook, in the description somewhere below in this video, you will see that there is a link. And if you have a question you want to leave for our Q&A that's at the end of the show, and you aren't sure that you're going to be around to leave that in person, like you can't say the whole time, I know you got demands, okay? That's cool. I still want to answer your questions, so you can fill out that form and we'll get that question. We'll make sure we get it answered. Or if you're going to be around, but you want to jump on live and actually have this discussion with us, that's great too. You can fill out that same form. That lets me send you a private invitation so we don't broadcast to the world. And always, you can go to our home page on our website, and there's a form there. Anytime you have a question during the week that you think of, is like, man, I'd really like to, get a spin on that, you can drop that there and we'll answer those questions as well. We have one later tonight during the Q&A that came out of there. Too many commercials. All right. So guys, here we are, right? It's the beginning of spring, and I know I'm excited. I hope you are. I hope it's getting a little warmer where you are. Hope the weather's starting to get a little nicer. We're getting some mild 50-degree weather here, which is really super nice. I'm a warm weather guy. I like to ride a motorcycle. That's my main transportation. So I love this part of the year. I still ride my motorcycle some in the winter, but I try not to ride it in much ice or snow. And around here, that can be a little perilous. So I try not to ride it too often during the winter, but I'm excited. I like spring. And spring's new hope, right? Spring is new beginnings. It's a new time to start over, to kind of refresh. It's got that whole new beginnings vibe, right? So as we head into the second quarter of the year, it's easy to feel like we've fallen behind on some of those goals we started out with at the beginning of the year, right? Whether you call it a resolution, whether you just call it planning, right? You just call it regular planning. It's easy to feel like we've kind of let those fall beside or get off track. So it's important to remember that progress is not always linear. That's just a fact. In fact, if you look at if you chart like other people's progress, right? The Elon Musk of the world and stuff like that, you're going to see this crazy zigzag up down line. It's nuts. Progress isn't always linear, and setbacks are a natural part of the journey. But today we're going to discuss 7 tips that will help you regain your focus, and get back on track with your personal goals into the spring. Guys, it's easy. We still have 9 months left of this year. We got a lot of time. Okay. So your goals are not gone. If you got sidetracked, that's okay. It happens to everybody. And we've got something special for you. So it's okay. All right. So the first tip I want to talk about is tip number 1 is revisit your goals. Take some time to revisit the goals you set for yourself at the beginning of the year. Now, if you watch the show, hopefully you wrote those goals down, right? Because we're all about SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, blah, 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 blah. All the good things, right? SMART goals. Realistic, timely. I always forget the acronym about the time I want to use it. Like I know what it means, but I always forget it right on the spot. I'm like, boom, just dead. Does anybody else get that? Tell me in the chat. Does anybody else have those just, brain fog moments where you should know it and you could name any of the, I'm the only guy, I guess. I don't know. But guys, hopefully you wrote them down. Even if you don't watch this show, hopefully you've been pretty smart about making your goals and you've written them down, because if you don't, you can't really kind of keep track of them and trace them out. So you don't know if you're going to make it, right? You can lose track of it. But it's time to revisit those, right? Are those goals that you made at the beginning of your year maybe still relevant? Do they align with your current priorities and values, or have you had a shift in the direction you're going? If not, consider revising or replacing them with goals that are more meaningful or motivating to you right now. Now, I'm always a big fan of like 3-month blocks. Okay. I'm a huge fan of 3-month blocks. In fact, that's how I have my organizer plan is I block a quarter at a time for goals. I have a bigger goal for my year, but I block a quarter at a time because I know if I execute really well on the goals I set in this quarter, then my goals for next quarter might have to be revamped or reconsidered. So it's time to revisit those goals and see if they still align with your bigger goal, the direction you're going, or what's important to you. Hey, happy Monday, Corey. Good to see you, man. Glad to see you here tonight. Thanks for jumping on. And my wife was kind enough to clarify specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or I call it trackable, whatever you want to say, time-bound. Thank you, honey. This is what I forget. See, I have my wife and she takes care of me when I have these moments. Tip number 2, guys, break down your goals into smaller tasks. Now, we've talked about this a lot on this channel. This is something I'm really, really big into because most time we set these really big goals and we don't necessarily break them down into actually manageable, achievable pieces. And that keeps us sidetracked. It keeps us from being able to actually clearly execute those goals. Sometimes the thought of taking a big goal can feel really overwhelming, but breaking it down into smaller, manageable tasks can make it easier to get started and build momentum towards your goals. If you make it too big, it's just too much, right? Too big, you get lost in trying to achieve it and you have to come down. I have a background in project management, and one of the big things is always about breaking every step of the process down to a small executable piece where I can literally look at that and go, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and that will take out that piece. And I need to do X, Y, and Z, and it will make that, let me achieve that. And X, Y, and Z, and it will let me write into bigger goals. If you leave them too big, you can't actually make an executable plan that's going to be accurate or efficient with your time. So break those goals down into smaller pieces. Hey, Shirley's jumping on. People are coming on. We're just late tonight. That's cool. That's okay. I'm glad to see you here. It's a late night. Apparently everybody's busy night, and that's cool. I love you guys. And you know what? I love you guys on the replay too, because I know we get a lot of people who watch this on the replay because it is impossible to match everybody's schedule. But I'm grateful if you're here live, and I'm grateful if you're here on the replay either way. So share in the comments, guys. Let us know whether you're catching the replay or you're live in the chat right now. How many of you already dropped the New Year's goals that you made? Will anybody fuss up to it? I know I rearranged some priorities. I don't know that I dropped them, but to just sound off with a yes in the comment section or in the chat. Let me know if you dropped your New Year's goals already. Most people tank out, right? We talked about early in the year, somewhere around 3 to 5 weeks into the new year. So did you make it? Did you actually pursue your goals? Are you still on them? The goals you set at the beginning of the year, or have you let them go? Yes or no? Share with the family. Let's talk about it. Tip number 3, guys, hold yourself accountable. Find an accountability partner or a group to help keep you motivated or on track. That didn't come out right. Share your goals with them and regularly check in and discuss your progress and any challenges you're facing. Accountability is huge. In fact, there are a lot of people who would achieve way more of their goals if they just locked into a good accountability partner. That's one of the things and there are a lot of options, right? That can be a friend, that can be a spouse, that can be a coach. My coach holds me accountable. I hold other people accountable. That can be an accountability group. That can be like a small group. Like I have a mastermind that I'm a part of. And, we get caught on the carpet on our goals sometimes. It's like, are you staying on track? Are you achieving? Are you executing? That can be a lot of different people, but accountability is a huge, huge difference maker when it comes to achieving your goals. Because when you're accountable to someone more than yourself, you are much more likely to actually see that through. Number 4, guys, celebrate small wins. Don't wait until you achieve the really big goals. Okay. Celebrate each small win along the way. It will help you to stay motivated. And that's a intrinsic motivation. Okay. That's a inside. You're like, ooh, I'm doing it. I'm knocking them off. Right. That's one of the reasons I like list. I like checklist. You write down those goals and you just knock things off on the checklist. Right. And you can see it. We talked about small wins a lot here, right? Something as simple as having your morning punch list, right? Get up, brush your hair, make your bed, drink 8 ounces of water, brush your teeth, have a decent meal if you're a morning person, or if not, do whatever you do, right? Those small things start stacking, and those small wins stack and make life much more manageable because you can check that off and it builds momentum, and you can celebrate the small wins as you go through the day, and it will help you stay on track a little bit better. Number 5, reevaluate your habits. Habits and routines play a huge role in your ability to achieve your goals. Like major. Take some time to evaluate your daily habits. Identify any that are hindering your progress, replace them with new habits that you support your goals. This is really important. We've talked about habits a lot over the time, and you are the sum of your habits. It just really are. Realistically, you are the sum of your habits. You either have good habits, you have neutral habits, or you have bad habits. But I'll tell you, the neutral habits aren't that great because they're detracting you from good habits. They're time consuming, they're resource consuming. Build habits that help you win. Build habits that help you achieve your goals. And if you're struggling with that, that may be that you reach out to a coach, you reach out to a friend, you reach out to somebody to help you reestablish that and recognize what's tripping you up. Maybe you're too close to see what's causing you to trip over those, right? What habit it is that's throwing you off. You probably have somebody in your life that knows you well enough to help step in at that point. Now, guys, at this point, let me share with you this idea. Okay. We're talking about celebrating small wins. Actually, I want to talk about holding accountable, right? I told you a lot of people just need a little accountability, little something to help. So guys, we've taken Fallible Nation to a whole new level. I want to introduce you. You guys are the first ones to actually see it. I want to introduce you to Fallible Nation, the private community. We now have an exclusive private community that is closed off to the public. It is a paid site, but in this site, we have weekly accountability meetings with our members. We have time to chat. We have time to like just connect and say, hey, I'd like to see this happen with the group, right? We also have, it's a lot like Facebook as far as there's the feed aspect. So you can post how you're doing, get feedback. You can connect with other members and talk to them. We're also going to have monthly speakers and a bunch of other stuff going on, guys. We've got introduction prices right now, but maybe you just need a strong community to help you stick with your goals and get where you want to go. You don't necessarily want to go into a full coach. You don't necessarily want to, that's fine. I hate Facebook. I hate Facebook, and Facebook's going to kill my stream now. I hate Facebook. I wanted a community where I could control it, where we can actually help people and work with people. We have the library here where we put exclusive articles, PDFs, tips, videos, behind the scenes stuff, what I do here. There's multiple levels to this community, guys. And the whole point of it is to have a place where you can connect with other people and be accountable and be supported in your goals. And here's the big release. This is not an all men's community. This is open to men and women. While the Fallible Man podcast will remain a men's podcast, you notice we have a lot of women who attend the show. This is a co-ed community. We will have a men's space and a women's space for the more touchy subjects, if you feel more comfortable that way. But this is an open community for anybody seeking to grow in their personal development or their relationship skills. And I want to invite you to Fallible Nation. There's a link in the description of the video you're watching, guys. We're really excited about this next step of our journey, and just want to invite you to be a part of that. You guys are a huge part of what we do. And so we wanted to let you know firsthand this is going on and available. You can go to my website, thefallibleman.com, and go to membership site, and it will take you to the sign up there as well. Number 6, practice self-compassion. Now, I want you to remember that setbacks and failures are a natural part of this journey towards success. Everybody has setbacks. Everybody has failures. Everybody has struggles. It is not a linear path. I cannot push that enough, right? I want you to understand, because that discourages a lot of people. A lot of people really struggle because the path zags when they thought it should zig, and then they think they're broken or they did something wrong. It's just not how progress works. So be kind to yourself and practice self-compassion when things don't go as planned. It's part of the journey and is one of your most effective teachers, and is going to be a good thing in the end. You just got to see it through. Tip number 7, stay focused on your why. I go back to your why a lot because really this is the cement that makes it work. When the going gets tough, it's easy to lose sight of why you set your goals in the first place. Stay focused on the why. As my coach says, the why behind the why behind the why. And let it be your motivation. It is what will carry you through when things are difficult. It is what will hold you steady when things aren't going well, when things are challenging, when you want to quit. Your why being solid is what makes it possible. It is the secret sauce behind how people reach for the success that they really want in life. So spring is the perfect time to renew your commitment to your personal goals and to make progress towards the life you want to live. By implementing these 7 tips, you'll be well on your way to achieving your goals and experiencing the personal growth and transformation you've been working towards, guys. Okay, let's make this season a season of progress and achievement, because I know you can do it. You've totally got it in you, and you are totally capable of reaching your goals and chasing your dreams and effectively becoming the person that you want to be right here, right now. You are powerful in that way and capable of doing this. Guys, that is the end of the main show. We're going to go into the Q&A segment now. If you've got questions and you're still with us, put the QQ in front of your question in the chat if you're live with us, so that way we are sure to see that, and Sarah will make sure I get to it, that I don't miss it, because I get a little woo during this show sometimes trying to watch everything I'm watching. And let's get into the Q&A. One of these days, I'm actually going to fix that little video where it doesn't say Manly Monday anymore, but it's a time suck. So it hasn't been a priority. So thanks for the patience on that one. Now, guys, tonight's question is, how can we keep our relationship strong over time? This was left on the website, and I actually love those questions because if I get them out in advance, I have more time to put together a more I don't sound as haphazard on my answer. I actually have time to put together a better answer where it's not quite as off the cuff. I don't mind the off the cuff questions, but this way I sound like I know what I'm doing a little more, I guess. I don't know. That could be an insecurity on my part. I don't know. Who knows? All right. But here's my question here's my answer to how to keep your relationship strong over time. Building a strong relationship takes a lot of effort. It really does. And it takes commitment from both partners. It doesn't work if you're not both all in on it. But there are some strategies that can help. Okay. In today's busy world, strategy number one is making sure to set aside quality time for each other. I haven't been secret about the fact that Sarah and I went for a long time without having a date night on a regular basis or anything like that because life got busy, right? We're parents with younger kids, working multiple jobs. Life got busy. And so for a lot of years, we worked and we worked and worked, and we didn't have time for just us. And a lot of our time when it was just us turned into just us kind of crashed on the couch watching a movie together because we were both just juiced from the day and ready to call it a day. So make an intentional effort to set aside quality time. That's not, I didn't say quantity because I know life is busy, but quality time for each other. Second option I won't say option. You should do all of these, but maintain intimacy and physical affection. That physical connection, and I'm not just talking about sex, that physical intimacy is really important for the health of your relationship. Holding hands, hugging, kissing, snuggling. I'm notorious about I walk up behind Sarah and just wrap my arms around her and just kind of hang on her because I just want to be by her. I just need to have my arms around her. It makes me feel reassured, more confident. It makes me feel like everything's okay. So maintain that physical intimacy. It's really important. Number 3 is practice forgiveness and empathy. You're two people who are different people coming together. There's going to be fights. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be misunderstandings. And one or both of you are going to do stupid things from time to time. Ask my wife. I like to do stupid things all the time and irritate people. It's just kind of who I am, right? Probably not the best part of me, but practice forgiveness. Be empathetic. Look at it from their shoes. Look at it and understand each other. You've put time into this relationship. Understand that's the goods and the bads. So be quick to forgive and quick to empathize, and you'll stay a lot stronger in your relationship. Number 4 is be open and honest with each other. Honesty is crucial. If you can't have honesty in your relationship, you can't have trust in your relationship. If you don't have trust in your relationship, you won't have a relationship. That's just how that pans out. And the last strategy I want to throw out for you is find ways to support each other's goals, support and encourage each other's goals and dreams. That is incredible. Okay. I will tell you, the Fallible Man would not exist without my wife. Without Sarah's support and encouragement, without her by my side, this would have collapsed a long time ago. My wife being 100% on board with our goals here at the Fallible Man and what we're trying to accomplish and being my partner in that is what makes us successful as a team and lets us continue to do this work and continue to connect with you guys this way. Supporting and encouraging each other's goals and dreams is huge. So understand, you both have separate goals and dreams, and hopefully they come together for team and our couple goals and dreams as well, but you have separate ones as well. So help facilitate that, and it will go a long way to making your relationship stronger. It's important to recognize that relationships go through ups and downs. Okay. It's to be willing to work through the challenges and conflicts together. Like I said, it takes effort and commitment from both of you to keep a relationship strong, but Practice those strategies, and I promise it will strengthen your relationship and make you stronger and stronger. You can do anything if you're both on board 100%. I guarantee it. You guys are quiet tonight. Man, you let me off easy. I'm not seeing any comments come in as far as questions. Nothing on the forums, going once, going twice, etc., etc., etc. Man, you guys are going to let me have an easy night. Guys, I love you. I appreciate the time. I appreciate you spending time with us and taking time to be part of Fallible Nation. Be sure and check out our new private site. We're going to be doing a lot of things there. This is just the beginning there. And have a great week, man. It's Monday. Monday is awesome, right? Everybody gets down on Monday. Monday, if you're trying to live your best life, if you're really living the life you want to live, I promise you, Monday is not that horrible day because it's another chance for you to become the person you want to be and live the life you want to live. So have an amazing rest of your week, guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. As always, be better tomorrow because of what you do today, and we'll see you on the next one.